People are getting trapped in UK mental hospitals for years and years and years. And that is not an exaggeration. It happened to me, it's happening right now with my best friend, and it's still happening all across the country. I've put some links in the description for you to check out after you've watched this short video. And this is what this video is all about. It's about institutionalisation. Why are people getting trapped in these places for so long? And if you are new to me, hello, where are you watching from? Drop a hey, I will reply. I make videos like this most days on this channel. So, hit that subscribe button for more of that. And also, I would really appreciate it if you could click the share button, because it will, raise awareness of what really is going on. And the first thing I'm going to say is, it happens more than people realise. It isn't just a case of now and again. No, it happens all the time. I was locked up as a child, for, many, many years, and I wasn't really given a reason why. I lost out on all my childhood. My good friend has been in a mental hospital for 4.5 years, and she hasn't committed a crime. And every time I go and visit, I ask the staff why she's still here, and their answer is, we're waiting for somewhere else to become available. Bingo. Lack of resources. That's what it comes down to a lot of the time. The fact that when people go into these places, they've got needs, and, there might be quite specialist needs sometimes, and if somebody doesn't have the needs or isn't ready to live on their own, that becomes an issue because there's less and less supported accommodation places. So if the mental health hospital think it would be a bit risky for her to be living on her own, or there's no support places, people then they get trapped. And this is what's happening. I've seen it. And this is a direct result of government cuts to services. I'll say this, you really don't know how long you're going to stay when you get put in a mental hospital on a section. The good thing is, I've made a separate video on my experiences in prison, which seemed to perform really well here on YouTube, so thank you, and you can watch that again, link in the description. And why I mention that is the fact that at least when you go to prison, you know when you're getting out. You have a good idea and a date of when you're getting out. When you go in a mental health hospital, you have no flaming idea. It could be a couple of weeks, it could be 6 months, it could be years. And it honestly depends on how you get on with your doctor. This is how it is. It really is a case of you just have to hope for the best. You don't really have any rights in these places. Like I said, I made other videos on this on my channel. You can't say, I feel better to leave now. No, it's a case of the doctor decides. The doctor decides you're fit. And that, again, is another reason, because abuse goes on. Abuse, And I talk about that a lot on this channel. I don't go into any explicit detail because I don't want to really upset people. But I do say what it is. It's abuse. If you speak out against the system, you'll stay there longer. If you write complaints, you get held there longer. If somebody upsets you, let's say this happened to me, let's say abuse is happening, and you say, right, that's it, I'm going to speak out about this, the doctor will turn around and say, well, I think you should stay here a bit longer now, and stuff like that. It's all malicious, and it's all slight, and it's all worded so it doesn't look like that's what's happening. They can do stuff like, let's say you've got a meeting, because in mental hospitals you get meetings, but they're not very often, Let's say you're in a mental hospital and you've been there for 6 weeks. I think you get one within your first 12 weeks of being there. So let's say the 12 weeks comes up and the doctor says, no, I think this person's unwell, right, you're going to be here for another 6 months. And that's it, unless you can get a really good lawyer and a load of other people to get you out of there. That is that. The doctor has your life on hold there. And that's what goes on. People need to realise that. You do not get a say in this. It really is, your liberty is taken away. And a lot of the time, people are sectioned not for committing crimes, they're sectioned because they're unwell and struggling. It could be suicide attempt, it could be, delusional, hearing voices, risky behaviours. That doesn't deserve years and years and years of being trapped in these places like cages. And I've said this, it's abysmal. And what's worse is the fact that when these people are released from these institutions, there's nothing. So, if you can be lucky and get into a support accommodation, that's great. But a lot of the time there isn't. And then people then go without the support, and then they either commit a crime and go to prison where they shouldn't be, or they kill themselves, which is really tragic, or they just really struggle in society and have very sad lives because there's no support. That is why people get trapped in these places for so long. It is not because of risk. Okay, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's because people are dangerous, don't get me wrong. But most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's because there's something else going on there. It's lack of resources. It might be because that person's speaking out against stuff that the doctor doesn't want to get, make public. Or there's so many, like I said, there's other things. But these places are little microcosms all on their own. What goes on in these places is unimaginable torture. You get pinned to the floor with injections that you don't want to take. You get starved. You get degraded if you're gay. You get degraded because of your colour sometimes. These places are hell houses. And like I said, I've made other videos about this on my channel. But just to answer somebody's question that somebody asked me, why do people stay in these hospitals so long? I've answered that question. Because of services, lack of services, and because the places are corrupt. You speak out, you get trapped. But yeah, that answers that question. If you've got any other questions, feel free to ask me and I will answer. Honestly, I'm not monetized on this channel at the moment because I speak out too much. But yeah, I love making these videos. Press that subscribe button and share to raise awareness. It's been my show, Therese. Stay safe, love and light. Peace. Bye for now.